Hello, my name is Betty Chen.
I'm Krishna Joshua.
I'm Neil Joshi.
I'm Marushi Kochru.
I'm Yadart Sankaro.
And I'm Kendrick Yu.
So today we're going to be representing our project group, Science Olympiad, and this is a science competition that's held nationally for both middle schoolers and high schoolers. And so they have a list of events that they have to study for and then come into the competition and take tests or build apparatuses for these events. So for this project, we have three main goals. The first one is to be done before competition day. So we want to prepare all of our materials as well as volunteers needed for the competition. And we want to run Science Olympiad in a smooth manner that gives positive experiences to those who participate in the competition. And after the competition is over, we want to prepare our future directors to run the competition before we leave.
So given here is a concept map representing the various features of the Science Olympiad. There's the volunteers who play a big role, and we have to recruit about 250 of them and then train them to carry out specific tasks that will be elaborated on. And then there's funding through various grants, donations, and sponsorships. And then there's the advisors that help us run the tournament smoothly. They include past directors and stakeholders in the competition. And then, of course, there's communication between directors, the coaches of the various high schools competing, and the security to the buildings being used for the competition. And this is a concept map of the various stakeholders. So they are the UAB, the SciTech Honors Program, various grant givers, the competing high schools and middle schools, and SACs. So all of these organizations have a reputation on the line, and they would prefer it if the competition was conducted smoothly, and as well as prospective students who might join their organizations or the university if the competition goes well and they build a good reputation. SACS is also involved with conducting chemistry events, and they lend out the chemistry building to us, and they grade the chemistry events that are needed for the Science Olympiad.
So our strategies: we email all potential volunteers, we contact sponsors for funding, we consult directors and stakeholders as needed, we communicate with future directors about their responsibilities and then allow them to shadow us during preparation for the event as well as the entire competition day itself, and then we elect future directors.
So here's a list of some of the challenges we'll face during the Science Olympiad preparation process. So first is funding. So Science Olympiad is a large event and will require a large amount of money to run and acquire some of the supplies for events, and also goodie bags for participants. So we'll need a lot amount of money to run Science Olympiad smoothly. To get this funding, we plan on reaching out to local companies who are potentially interested in supporting Science Olympiad. Next is volunteers. So we need a large amount of volunteers to run Science Olympiad, somewhere in the 200 plus range, because this is such a large event. We plan on getting these volunteers by sending out emails, as we said, in the strategy phase, like surveys, to recruit these volunteers in a timely manner before the competition. As well as training, we plan on training these volunteers well ahead of the actual competition date. For communication, this is a big challenge as we need to maintain contact with our stakeholders as well as our various advisory members. To maintain contact, we'll maintain weekly emails with our stakeholders, as well as weekly meetings with our directors and advisory council. For storage materials, we'll definitely need a larger space for storage. Right now we have one storage closet, which we share with the SciTech. Pretty much it's just a shared SciTech closet and Science Olympiad closet. We're in the preliminary stages of acquiring a larger storage facility. So our plan for documentation. We will keep a shared Google Drive folder. This will allow us to keep track of tasks, due dates on calendars, and also supply lists and volunteer list sheets. So pretty much in our Excel sheets, we can track our volunteers, contacts, tasks. These will all be put in the Google Drive, and this will record, as I said before, supplies, tasks that we need to be completed, um, also rosters for volunteers and people who showed up, so we can track who shows up, who doesn't, that kind of deal.
So as shown on the screen, this is a rough timeline that we're going to try and follow for the upcoming Science Olympiad tournament in 2021. So in summer and fall 2020, our goal is to try to raise a substantial amount of money and get the necessary sponsors to run the tournament. As seen, we're also in fall 2020 and February 2021. We're overarchingly, our goal is to prepare for the competition. We'll have all these little things in between. As seen, November to December, we need to have all the rooms booked, have the backup plans all ready to go, so the doors are unlocked, everything is accessible during the day of competition. And in January, we should have all for the building events, the building apparatuses should be built and stored in the new storage facilities that we are planning on getting. In January to February, this is the optimal time for the volunteers to be trained so that it's still fresh on their minds, but not just right before competition, as it'll get a little hectic to learn everything right before the day of competition. And the tests should be finished and revised during this time. And around February 2021 should be competition day, and everything will go into full effect there.
On how we function, we will work in a team of 7 director members, and as you can see in the next bullet point, we'll have two logistics, a financial director, 2 volunteering directors tackling the event volunteering and the volunteering recruitment, and communications director and promotional director. So these directors will all work together to create an event that runs smoothly and increase the enjoyability for the competitors. And we want to emphasize the fluidity we have in this team, as we want to be able to support each other whenever help is needed, and also trust each other to actually get the work done when we need it to be done. We also want to foster trust amongst all directors to make it easier for us to distribute our workload if we need to, and we won't feel uncomfortable in approaching each other with our problems when we need a solution to it. And the trust will definitely let us work efficiently and foster the friendship that we have going on to the Science Olympiad event. And responsibly for all aspects of the tournament, there will be mistakes it won't go perfectly. So we want to be ready for accepting our mistakes, learning from those mistakes, and learning how to improve on those mistakes, and not simply just look over it and continue on, but make the event better and share this knowledge of what we can do better to future directors and teach them what to do next time. And our last strategy statement before we close it off is that Science Olympiad 2021, the project aims to increase the hospitality, smoothness, and enjoyability of the event to all competitors. And we want to, in doing so, increase the interest towards STEM fields as well for future generations as technology continues. And we hope to inspire younger generations. And that is our presentation. Thank you for listening.